This is how I play the game! Oh my god! What the fuck?
Holy shit! That is an epic fucking intro, dude. And I have to warn everyone. Warning. What you may see right now is going to be absolutely disgusting. Sound good?
Alright, sounds good to me.
Now, one final thing I want to say, which is hilarious because I say it very matter-of-factly to all of you last night on the stream, no one had an issue. I posted up on Twitter, and of course all of my shithead scumbag stalkers decide to try to twist it into something super negative, okay? Allow me to fully explain the situation of what is going on with me currently in my DualSense controller on the PlayStation 5. My right thumbstick of my DualSense controller just keeps activating by itself. And what I mean by that is not moving, but clicking. R3, the R3 button, clicking in on the stick. I'm not clicking the stick, but the stick thinks it's clicking constantly. I'm basically faced with a situation where I have to get a replacement controller. Now, there are various ways that I can do so, okay? The first way is, I can contact Amazon and say, hey, I just bought this damn PS5, and it should be covered under warranty, and I want a replacement controller, alright? However, there's a catch. I didn't just buy the controller from Amazon, I bought the console. So, for Amazon to process a warranty return, they would require me to return the entire unit. I would have to box up and send back the whole fucking PlayStation 5 and the controller, and they'd basically say, okay, we'll get you a replacement when we can. Oh, by the way, we don't have any because the PlayStation 5 sold out worldwide.
I like how you're laughing, too.
Well, it's funny.
So that's not gonna work, alright? Even if I saw out to not even seek the warranty with Amazon, let's say I went direct to Sony, and I said, Sony, you guys should be covering this for me. And even if Sony said, okay, just send us the controller, well, guess what? Then I have a PlayStation 5 with no controller. If you're not aware, I think a lot of people are not aware of this fact, you cannot play PlayStation 5 games with anything but a PlayStation 5 DualSense controller. If you have a PlayStation 4 controller, okay, which is, what is it called? The DualShock 4? Whatever it's called. I don't even remember what it's called. You can play PlayStation 4 games on your PlayStation 5 with that. You can plug it in, it'll sync with the PS5, and you can play PS4 games. And that's it. You cannot play PS5 games with anything but a PS5 controller. Okay? So, it sucks.
Oh, I gotta take a sip. Oh my god, he's drinking gin.
I'm faced with a couple of options. I can either, you know, try to buy it online myself, which I went online and I did check, and it looks like it is available at Amazon for $69.99. Yes, that's no exaggeration. The DualSense controller costs $70. The same price as a full game. Ouch.
I'm gonna need your guys' help. I really am. I'm gonna need your support. I need it. I need your help.
Now, I could order it online and hope that it shows up, or I could probably do something that's a little bit safer, that makes more sense, and buy it in person. From what I'm to understand, stores are stocked with PlayStation 5 accessories, just not the PlayStation 5. So you can buy a controller, you can buy the docking station, you can buy the camera. You just can't get the PlayStation 5 in the stores right now. So, likely what I would do, instead of risking ordering something and have it not show up, or have it show up damaged, or have someone stealing it in transit, which now we're hearing horror stories that people are buying PlayStation 5s and PlayStation 5 accessories, they go to open up their boxes and they're empty, or they open up the box and there's a Nerf gun inside. Okay? I think what I'm going to do is I'm probably going to wait, and when I go out on Tuesday, alright, I'm probably going to buy a new controller at a store.
I mean, eventually the virus is gonna spread, so maybe we should just spread it. Super sociopath.
Last night, when all this came to light while I was playing the game, I was like, okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it on my Amazon wish list, because someone actually suggested that on this late stream. They said, Phil, if you really need a new controller, which it looks like you do, why don't you just put it on your Amazon wish list? Maybe someone will get it for you. Okay, so I did. And it was that simple. I just put it on the wish list, done. And I posted it up on Twitter. Hey guys, my controller broke. If you want to help out, it's on my Amazon wish list or whatever. You know, if not, I'll buy one later this week. Somehow that means that, like, the internet trolls have to come out in droves to try to shit on me, saying stupid things like, oh, you can't just get it yourself.
You're e-begging again.
Why would you put this on an Amazon wish list? And, you know, the dumbest shit. Really, the dumbest fucking shit. Now, I just want you guys to think about something, all right? Just thinking logically. Just very logically, all right? My stream is both my hobby and my business, correct? Everyone knows that. I love games. I played games before I ever made content for the internet. I actually made content for the internet for 2.5 years before I ever monetized anything and before it became my job. I fell into this by accident. I didn't ever intend to make internet gaming content for a living, but it just so happened that way, okay? But it's both something I love to do and I would probably do if I didn't make a living doing it, but I also make a living doing it, okay? So that means...
I e-bag, right? You're constantly asking your viewers and your fans for contribution.
That when you are watching my streams and you contribute, you're directly contributing to my business, right? So I want to ask you a question. If all of my income comes from people crowdfunding my business, which is correct, I stream, you guys contribute, that's how I make my living. That's my job, that's my income. What is the difference between me taking contributions from streams and buying a DualSense controller with it, or putting it on my Amazon wish list and someone going and buying the Amazon controller off my wish list and sending it to me? Okay? There is none. They're both contributions from my audience who like the content I put out. They want me to have a working controller, so they contribute so that I can have a working controller. There's no difference at all. But people are stupid. So they think that me putting this on my Amazon wish list somehow is some kind of unexceptional e-begging because Phil already makes a living streaming, so why would he put this on his wish list? It doesn't make any sense. It's called stupidity, is what it's called. There's no logic to it. It's just, oh my god, Phil asked for something else. How dare he? Well, fuck you.
Why am I toxic? More toxic, more toxic.
You're an idiot. You just want to spin everything into a negative. It's either, okay, people contribute on the streams and I use the contributions to buy the controller, or someone actually just directly buys the controller instead of giving me the contribution on a stream. Wow, what a difference. Right? But that's the thing. These people don't think logically. They're just morons. They're just complete morons. They don't have any actual rational thought. They don't actually have an argument. It's just whine about Phil constantly 24/7 without actually having justification for them to complain. Right? The other thing is, as you know, my business is very different from many other businesses. There's no direct transactions between you guys and me. I don't send you a product and you don't buy the product. It's, I'm putting out something for free.
I'll be honest, if I wasn't getting paid for this, I wouldn't be playing this game.
And then you guys decide for your own whether or not what you feel I'm giving you for free is worthy of a contribution. It's a very different kind of give and take situation than it is of a standard business. So every once in a while, if something comes up that's out of the ordinary, like this situation, listen, I pre-ordered my PS5 like everyone else. I sat around and waited like everyone else. I paid purchase price like everyone else. I just happened to get the faulty controller. So I present to my audience, hey, we got a problem. You know, if anyone wants to help with it, by all means, please do. You don't have to. Certainly, I can buy the controller for myself this coming week, but I'm going to get it in person. I'm not going to risk shipping it and fucking getting it broken or whatever, or not getting it at all. But I can certainly get it, but if you want to help out, please do. What's wrong with that? The answer? Nothing. Nothing at all. But these people are so fucking jealous, and they're so butthurt, because I am still here to this day after 12 years of them shitting on me constantly. They can't handle it. My god, Phil would actually have an audience who supports him, and would maybe want to get him a new controller, rather than him having to go buy one himself later this week. Oh, that's completely unacceptable, right? They're out of their minds. So fuck those idiots. Don't listen to the drama they try to create everywhere. They're brainless, mouth-drooling morons who just make up drama where it doesn't exist. There's no difference between me buying the controller this week or someone buying it for me. It's the same crowdfunding. It's just timing that's different. So fuck them.
Phil has indoctrinated children across of YouTube to believe and everything he says and does is true. And he has indoctrinated them to send him money. Is it bad to be a fanatic? I mean, the whole term fanatic in itself means someone who basically, like, doesn't use, like, rational thought. They're just, like, completely almost indoctrinated into a belief system to the point where, like, they're so into it that it's true no matter what, and they'll do crazy shit regardless of their own personal health and of the good of others to keep in a line of a belief. You know what I mean? So innately, a fanatic is not a good thing, I don't think.
Accessibility Gaming cheers. I seen an interview with a street person calling panhandling crowdfunding. I thought that was misleading and funny at the same time. Well, here's the thing. There's a distinct difference. You just have to look up what the terms actually mean, okay? Panhandling, or begging, essentially means you're someone who is not offering any service or good, you're just asking for a handout, asking for income, okay? If you're talking about crowdfunding means, yes, you are a business and you are going to provide either a product or a service or something, okay? And because you are producing a product or a service, people choose of their own volition, their own free will, excuse me, to fund you so that you can produce said value proposition. Whether, again, it's a physical product or a service, people know that there's value in what you're doing or going to do or promising to do, and therefore they all come together as a crowd and they fund that publicly together. You see, there's a big difference. That's why when I get tips, I call them tips. I don't call them donations, because a donation implies you're giving something for nothing. You're giving something to what's implied to probably be a non-for-profit organization, and you're giving something for nothing. I'm just donating to help. Versus a tip is a way to say thank you for a service rendered. And legally, when you guys tip me, that's exactly what it is, and that's why I have to pay taxes on it the way that I do per my tax guy.
過酷な運命を背負って極道の抗争に巻き込まれていた
Versus if it were just donations, then I might not have to pay taxes on it. But that's not the case. I have to pay taxes in the United States on all income that I get. Okay? So legally, I'm calling it what I'm supposed to call it, and that's why I do that. So that's the difference between a panhandler on the street just to say, hey man, just give me something to help me out, versus someone on a stream who's providing a service that you feel has quality, and then you want to continue to fund that person's ability to do that and create said content. That's crowdfunding. Very different.
Phil has indoctrinated children who send him money, blatantly milking for money. It's a money pit. It's gone, just gone like that. In an instant, fucking gone. I just care about money. That I just can't help it. By eBay. Contributions are mandatory, but I need your help. I am appealing directly to you. No decency, no respect, no common sense, no fucking maturity. Is the guy who just doesn't get reality.